Joe's starting to lay out for the pad for the wood boiler, and we look up and Callie's coming up across the front yard, and Lucky and Red brought themselves on up the driveway. Now we just need to find Toby. He was down on the front hill.
We need to find out how many dogs are going to get broken ribs.
But they'll be fine. What are you doing, Callie horse? Hi, Callie.
Hey, Callie, you're not exactly setting a good example, especially since they're all following you.
They all went right to the hay. Mama, are you taking care of the baby? Are you taking care of the little turkey baby? Are you keeping it warm? Ringo. Thank you. You're a good girl, Mama. Rosie Mama's a good baby. Good morning, everybody. Annette here at Our Way Farm. I am trying to come up with content, not even gonna lie. So what we're gonna do today is I gotta figure out, I don't like this. I don't like it this direction. There we go. That's a little bit better. We're just going to show you real quick what we got going on. As you can see, my plants still are not in the ground. I have been driving nonstop. I have not been getting anything done. I don't even remember last time I cooked. So, but we have this. Our second batch of eggs are in. They go on lockdown on Thursday. And so far there were only, I checked them last week, there was only a couple that were questionable. We picked up our turkeys poults the other night from the post office. Fun story about that. And I know I posted it on Facebook, but yeah, so I ordered them from Valley of the Moon Turkeys in West Virginia. Fantastic company. Love them. They've always been really good with us. But when I was ordering them this year, I totally forgot to change our address with them. So we got a call Thursday morning from Halifax, Pennsylvania, which is our old hometown. And the turkeys were delivered down there instead of up here in New York. We've lost a number of the turkey poults. Most of the white ones, we had ordered 30, so it was 10 white, 10 bronze, 10 black. We lost all but I think 4, maybe 5 of the white ones. They just seemed a lot smaller. And it wasn't all at once. They actually all arrived completely alive and healthy looking, but our weather's been screwy. We are bringing them in at night. It's nice during the day, but for whatever reason, the white ones just aren't doing great. We've lost a couple of the black ones, and I think we only lost 1 of the bronze, which are the little striped looking ones. You can see our Cornish rocks are doing good. They're getting big. And this is our brood box, and they come out here during the day. The Cornish rocks are living out here right now. We have to come up with some kind of a run chicken box, something for them, like a Salatin style would be the probably quickest, easiest, and cheapest to build. I personally would prefer the Siskovich style portable chicken coop, but we're going to come up with something to put them in, and more than likely they will go up in the cabin site for the next round or 2 of chickens. I'm not real sure, but we have to get that done here in the next day or so. Hi, Joe.
Good morning.
Morning with the beer?
Not a beer. That's a soda pop.
It's a soda pop, huh? Okay, because you say soda pop. That's all right. I got a beer going too, so I'm not even judging, just making fun of you.
Remember, it's only Joshua approved. So
it is. It's Joshua approved. So our next redneck project is we are getting a concrete pad ready to go for the wood boiler. And there it is. So that thing needs to come over, sit over here. We finally made some final decisions This space back here, the red car is parked in bay number 1 of the garage, where the garage is going to be. Where that hay is going to be bay number 2. The truck's parked on the wall, the outside wall of the garage, and we're going to take it up just to, I think it's actually, I don't think we can see the mark over here. We're going to take it up to those orange marks right there, so it'll run up right next to the solar panels. Obviously, we still have more leveling work to do and all that good stuff. But we made some big decisions yesterday to try to get something done. Where I'm standing right now is going to be an overhang for a woodshed. It's going to be like 8 feet wide or deep for the woodshed coming off of the back of the garage. So the pad there in the box is going to be for the wood boiler. It's going to be up against the back wall of the garage. There'll be 2 bay doors and a man door and maybe a small garage door up in the workshop area. Up over here in the where the hill is right now, that's going to be a workshop area. It'll be 2 functional working bays deep enough for the black truck, which is 21 feet long.
But that's why we're Josha approving stuff today.
Yes, we are Josha approving everything.
Well, no, because you rode it with flat tires last year and destroyed them.
Why is it always me? I don't even use the cement mixer.
The flat tires is always you.
It is not.
Name something I've had a flat tire on.
Okay, do we want to talk about how many flat tires you had on the trailers when we were moving stuff up here?
You mean the Manor trailers that you overloaded?
No, I'm talking about the yellow trailer that you blew tires out 3 times when we were bringing loads of stuff up from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we had partial ownership in Goodyear.
We did. That was a real rough year.
What, 12 tires in 3 months or something like that?
Between trucks and trailers and cars, yes, it was a lot of tires that year. Well, we lost the 1 tire on the trailer down in Allenwood, and it went flying across the road. You remember that?
Yep. Yeah, you were along for that trip.
I was driving, and I looked back in my side view mirror, and a tire's rolling across the road. So anyway, what we're doing here is pouring a pad. 100% recycled everything. So we grabbed big rocks from the property for a base to fill in the gap, because as you can see, it's 8 inches on one side, 4 inches on the other side. And then we had leftover coal that we can't use as we're switching over to the wood boiler. We put that on top. He drove rebar stakes that we've pulled out of the property, out of the ground for the property from oil drilling. Those 4 stakes are in there. Took some old crappy, super flimsy T-posts that aren't good for holding any type of secure line or fence. Set those... Thanks, Freddie. Set those down as a riser, and then took 2 little pieces of cattle panel to put in for our rebar.
There's a reason that farms have scrap steel piles, because all of it came from there.
Yeah. So... other than paying for the concrete, which, by the way, concrete's not cheap anymore. $6, well, the market price was $6.12 per 80-pound bag of Quikrete, and it was on sale for $5.95, which is still ridiculous because it used to be like $2.98 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. There's Abby. Sophie's got a bum foot. Not sure what she did with it, but I wrapped it just to try to keep her off of it. It's really swollen, almost like it's broken. Today's Sunday. We're not taking her to an emergency vet for it. So I just wrapped it. Need the generator to run that, don't we?
Why do we need the generator?
Because it's a heavier thing.
We have 5,000 watts of solar.
Are you chasing the chicken with water?
I'm about to chase your chicken with a 22.
Why? He's the rooster that's making babies.
The way he acts, I'll buy babies.
You'll buy rabies? We got this cement mixer years ago at Home Depot. You see it's got a flat spot on it, so we got it like 75% off. It works fine, just has a flat spot on it.
I could reroute it if I really wanted to.
But it doesn't affect anything.
Yep.
Think?
You know the nice thing about concrete? Once you're done pouring it, the only thing to do is sit down, drink beer, and wait for it to set.
And clean up your mess. So in along with our plans for the garage yesterday, and obviously then the wood boiler and going across the back of the garage is going to be the wood. This space in between here, we've got this dugout area, which we still have to put the cinder block wall up like we have here on the side. We're going to run that the whole way across the back, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to put like Bilco doors here coming off of the deck. The deck's going to actually come out further than where it's at right now. It'll probably come out to about here. Probably make it a 10 or 12 foot deck. That's going to put a full-size ramp on, because the ramp is really nice if you have to load stuff in and out of the house. It's nice for the dogs, it's nice for us. It's just a lot easier than steps. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put Bilco doors here, and that's gonna go down into root cellar. And we want to do like the old Amish freezers, like an old ice room. And instead of having to have an electric freezer, have an old ice room, and then just once a year we'll have to bring ice in for it. That'll keep for the whole year. It'll be well insulated at the back of a cinder block room. The front half will be a root cellar for keeping canned goods and vegetables. So that's what we're going to do here. It'll be up, I don't know. I put a mud streak on the wall. There it is. Put a mud streak on the wall yesterday just so that we could see. That makes for a 6-foot ceiling. It'll have some type of a roof on top, and I'm hoping that we can put a living roof herb garden up on top, like a little kitchen garden up on top of the root cellar. That would be my ideal. And then this will all get backfilled at least up to the bottom rail of the house. And then this whole back area will be fenced in for a dog run. If we get another bottle baby, calf, or a sick animal or something, it'll be big enough that we can stick out back, have it right at the house until it's ready to be moved on. So that'll be a nice space. And then the rest of the yard will become yard. And all of this space over here, where the chicken coop and the wood boiler and the coal box and the wood shed, all of this will get moved around. The brood box will go over by in that yard space between the garage and the house, and that'll just be our permanent chicken brooder. And then this will all get turned into yard. I can plant some trees along the side here, some nice shade trees. I can do flowers on this outer bank and start to make it look like an actual home. Poor Sophie. I still don't know what she did. We had to take Eleanor to the vet Friday. Joe took her while I was going downstate. She was barely walking, still is. She's got Lyme's and anaplasmosis, which is another tick-borne disease. And so she's on antibiotics and painkillers. Sophie's finishing up her antibiotics and painkiller. So I don't know what we got going on here with these dogs. But that has become our seating area because it's shaded. It will eventually have the cabins in. As I've said before, that's not a this year project. That's just to get it cleared out so we felt like we could see something. Still have not gotten the garden done. I did get the potatoes all down, but I have not been home long enough to do anything. So I'm hoping, I don't have any runs scheduled for Monday at this point. I'm hoping Monday I can get the garden in. And I think this week I'm going to try to take it easy on my runs. I need to have a little bit of time here at home. And it's also Xavier's last week of school. So 2 of the days, I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, I have to pick him up early at like 10:40 in the morning. And I don't have any runs scheduled after him. I think I'm going to put him to work helping me roll out bales of hay on the yard so that we can start to get some type of, if nothing else, we're going to get the dust tone down. We did actually get some rain the other night. So that's helped significantly. It was so bad you take a step and you just have plumes of dust coming up. Hey little kids. How we all doing? Why are you standing on that one? These guys all seem to be doing well. I think they'll be the survivors. Oh, we have 2 of them in there. I need to get in here and clean this out, so ignore the chicken poop. They roost up there on that board at night, except for Goldie. So the black one's in there trying to lay an egg right now. Goldie won't get off of the eggs because she's broody. She's got a clutch of, I think she's got 5 under her. The eggs in the incubator will go on lockdown on Thursday and should hatch on Sunday. And the Goldie's clutch should hatch around Tuesday. So we should have a whole bunch more babies next week. Joe put a 3rd box on the beehive yesterday. The bees were going crazy in the afternoon. They weren't swarming, but they were just so many of them. And they're just flying around like crazy. So he put a 3rd box on in case they are overpopulated for what was there. And when he did that, he checked the frames in both of the bottom boxes. They only have 2 of the frames in the middle box done, or working on them. They're not even filled up. And then, so they still have 6 more frames in that middle box to work on. And then he put the top box on, which is the one that we can actually see. We can take little covers off, door covers off, and watch them. But he put those on just in case they're getting too overcrowded, because we don't want them to swarm. But when he pulled them out, there was so many bees. Like, they just started falling. A ridiculous amount of bees. We still have to finish the water for them. He still needs to get something for it. I don't remember what it is. Here's Eleanor under the chicken coop. She's not feeling good. She's the one that's on medication right now for Lyme's and anaplasmosis. I hear Freddie squawking at her. I see Wanda. And I think I see Bonnie over there. Oh, here comes Freddie. She yelled. He comes to her. He's such a good rooster. And I got busy talking on the camera and walked away and forgot what I was actually supposed to be doing. So Joe continued. I totally forgot about it. So he's working on that. I'm going to put the camera down and go help him now. These are the sweet potato plants buried in hay. I threw in some coffee grounds too. Yeah, they need watered again. But a couple of them are doing good. And since we don't actually eat sweet potatoes, these are more for animal feed.
Who doesn't? I love candied sweet potatoes.
Okay, since Joe's the only one that eats sweet potatoes, we don't need whatever 6 plants is going to produce. I like sweet potato fries and chips, but that's it. The pad's done. It's been floated. It's been tapped down. It just needs to dry now. He's going to bring a tarp over in a little bit after the top starts to set and cover it up to keep it out of the direct sun. And now the next project is we're going to recycle the greenhouse slash calf hut slash, what else have we put in there?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, pretty much everything. The pig's taken over it a couple of times. So we're going to recycle that. We're going to take the plastic off of the pallet walls and just leave it over the top as a covering. And we're going to put the meat birds in there. It's a 4x8, I think.
Give or take a couple.
Yeah, close to it. It's one wide pallet across the front and back and 2 pallets across the side walls. And we have 22 meat chickens left, I think. Yeah, I think we lost 1 and then the dog ate 1.
That'll carry them through until they get bigger, and then they can go into wherever.
Well, we'll end up making an actual portable chicken coop or something over in the cabin site for now. The other thing that we talked about doing, because we will have 2 roofs coming off of the garage right here at the house, and the reason we're putting the garage over here now is because it's a closer run for the water lines, for the electric lines and everything else right into the house. And it'll be a lot easier and less expensive to operate it. Plus it makes sense and it opens up more yard space for us. But over where the IBC tote is, I think we're going to bury a second water tank. And we'll actually just completely bury that one. So we'll have to get a different type than what we have now. The one we have now is for above ground. We'll have to get one that we can bury. And we'll do rain collection off of the garage roof right into that with an automatic pump that will pump into the house tank. So we have additional water source. So that's really exciting too. Okay, everybody, it is about 5:30 Monday morning. I left middle of the day yesterday to pick up Xavier from his dad's, and till I got home last night it was pushing 7:30. Had to hurry up and make dinner and whatnot, so I didn't get to finish the video. But as you can see, we got the pad done. Joe covered it with a tarp because it was going to rain last night, and to make sure that it doesn't cure too fast. We moved the chickens over yesterday, the meat birds over here yesterday, like I said we were talking about doing. Good morning, Abby. So we brought the meat birds over here into the cabin site. Little temporary setup until we have time to get a different type of coop run. And I don't even know that we're going to do a different type of coop, because honestly we'll probably not do more than 25 birds at a time. Maybe 30. We could probably even put 50 in here. We'll just do a bigger yard for it, but this way they're already covered. It adds a little bit of heat with the plastic. They're fully protected. So I don't know if we'll do anything more than this other than expanding the yard space. Morning, Freddie. And they're calling for rain all day today, so I'm hoping that that happens. We desperately need it. As you can see, everything's still super dry. So let's hope that that we get all the rain that they're calling for. It's supposed to be like almost 24 hours worth of rain starting at 8 o'clock this morning. So here's hoping. I'm going to get off of here. I've got coffee brewing. I'm going to go see if that's done so I can get my day started. And the guys will be up at 6 o'clock. And then I think I get to be home all day today. Unfortunately, it's going to be raining, so I'm not going to get a whole lot done outside of the house. But that's okay. I could take a day at home too. So I will talk to you all soon. I hope you have a fantastic day. Enjoy your Monday.